so let me get out of your way. If you just pop here for a second.
Yes, now.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How today is going to work is none of the questions are actually from me, they're from everyone in the audience.
Nice one.
If you hear your name, feel free to give a little shout, a little scream, like that. But do us a favour and keep it short and sweet so I can get through as many as I can. Let's go first to Emily's question. And it is, what would be your required reading for the album? So if people had to read books or watch movies to understand it better?
There was a specific reading I did for the album. I do a lot of reading anyway in general. Usually it varies from, you know, novels, books to comic books. I'm really into comics. So I'm probably reading a lot of comics at the time, yeah.
Have you watched Invincible yet?
I have, yeah. I'm nearly at the end of the comics too. But I don't want to go too far because I don't want to get further ahead in the show. So yeah, I've been up to date with that, watching it, it's fucking sick, yeah.
Do you find inspiration for your music through comic book characters?
It depends, not really. I don't really make that correlation and like add them, you know, together, be like, oh, I got this from here. I don't think there's much, you know, inspiration I can get from Invincible for this record, you know. But yeah, sometimes, you know, things inspire you that you're not expecting, you know, storylines, morality, you know, thank you.
If you give your brain that space to kind of rest and distract itself, your ideas kind of happen in the background.
Yeah, exactly. More subliminal, subconscious.
Let's go to Julie's question next. Her favourite
Yes, Julia.
Yes, Julie. Her question is, Used to the Blues is her favourite song, and she wants to know kind of how that song came about.
Used to the Blues is one of my favourite songs too, so thank you, Julia. Kind of like went into the studio one night. I wasn't actually working on the record yet, but I stayed there like overnight, like slept in the studio, and I think I did like 6, 7 different ideas. Yeah, my daughter does that all the time. We got a few ideas together, and that was one of the songs that stuck out to me there. So then when I got back into the studio properly, I like honed in on that, focused in on it. So I'm glad you like the song, I really like it too, yeah.
Is sleeping in the studio normal? Like when you start working on a record, do you get really locked in, or does it take you a lot of time?
I haven't done it as much as I'd like to be honest. The studio's on my property, so that night I was just staying in there, because it's like a cabin type vibe. And yeah, I just wanted to stay in there, lock in, get some ideas, and see what happened, yeah.
Natalie would like to know, which song on the record is your proudest?
The song I'm the most proud of on the record is probably Fatal. Just because it's got like, you know, some Indian influence in there. And that's something I'm excited, you know, to like show to people, educate people about, whether they've heard of it or not before. So yeah, that's definitely the track I'm most excited for, yeah.
Do you feel like more and more you're finding your sound?
Yeah, definitely. That was the kind of purpose and intent behind this record, was to like, you know, inject more of my culture in there and make songs that are, you know, specifically just a Zayn song rather than, you know, anybody else.
That kind of fits perfectly with this question from Victoria, which is, what activities do you do that inspire you to write? Like, if you want to get into a writing mindset, what do you do?
Risky question there. All kinds of activities, you know, extracurricular activities. But yeah, just live life, you know. You've got to live life in order to, you know, have experiences that you draw from. So the more real it is in the studio, it reflects, you know, of your life experiences.
And do you find the more you like live life to the full, we say, the more inspired you get?
Definitely, yeah.
Anora's always ask a question which I think a lot of people in this room want to know, and it is, what's the best part of being back in the UK?
The best part of being back in the UK is obviously all of you amazing people. Aside from that, is the food. Yeah, I love the food here. Obviously, you get a good curry, fish and chips. I'm always convincing people in America that KFC is way better here too. They don't believe me. But yeah, I love the food here. My mum's here as well, so I get to see my mum.
I mean, a home-cooked meal is like the best thing ever,
exactly,
right?
Yeah, some good mum's cooking.
When you get here, is there a particular like delivery order that you're just like, right, straight away, I need it?
Yeah, so there's this place in Leeds that's called Prashad's. People seem to know it. And they do this amazing samosa chart there, so I always get that.
I feel like we shouldn't ask these questions because I'm just getting hungry.
Yeah.
Anna wants to know, is there any artists you'd love to perform with still?
There's loads of artists I'd love to work with in general. I don't want to say too much, but might have the opportunity to work with some of the people I want to work with in the coming, projects that I've lined up. So yeah, don't count it out. There's still some people, I would like to join me on stage too. Or even just join them. I did a song with Shide a while ago, Trampoline. So I was thinking maybe, we could do that on stage together. I really like that song, yeah.
Is there any artists that you're like, okay, I can't see them fitting into a Zayn sound, like I can't see them like making music with me, but it would be fun?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question actually. For me, no. I like all genres of music. I feel like if I was to collaborate with people, I'd be able to shift into their genre a little bit, and that's what I find exciting about music for me anyway, that, I've got this diversity, and it's a unique sound, whatever genre of music it is. So yeah, never write anything off, dependent on what type of music it is. I'm always excited to try new things, yeah.
And when you come into like that place, let's say you go into a recording studio with someone you're collaborating with, you've kind of got to leave your ego and their ego at the door, right? Because you're both experts in different things.
Sure, yeah.
Do you find like you learn from collaboration?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's always the intent, that you're learning, and that you're lucky enough to be in the room with some of these people that you've looked up to and revered your whole life. It's always a learning process. Life is a learning process. So if you're in the studio with people that know their shit, you should probably learn from that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I've got a question now that's about the album from Tiesha, and she would like to know, what's the best lyric you wrote for it?
The best lyric?
Yeah, obviously impartial, you know what I mean? Give me the truth, the whole truth.
Yeah, I don't know, it's hard that, to pick a specific lyric that's my favourite. I haven't really thought about it. There's a lot of different cool lyrics on there. I can't pick one, I'm sorry, I can't answer that.
What about, when you're like writing, is there ever a moment where you write and you're like, oh shit, that's good?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it happens.
Is it like, when you do that, is it like, what am I asking? I suppose I'm asking, when you're writing a song, do you know it's a good song? Or does it take a little while for you to realise like what you've written is great? You
can get it in the moment and you can be completely wrong. It's a bit of an existential kind of experience, like out of body, like, whoa, I wrote that. And it usually takes a bit of time, yeah, and it can definitely be swayed or directed a certain way, depending on like what the fans are responding to and what they're enjoying. Because I can have an idea in my mind and be like, this is fire, and they might like a completely different song. So when they like something, then I go back to it and I'm like, oh yeah, I see why they like this one. Yeah.
How often is it that you start writing a song one way and it turns into a completely different track?
A lot of the time actually, because the way I work is kind of spur of the moment, inspirational, impulsive kind of vibes. So yeah, that can happen a lot for sure, yeah.
And we've got a lot of...
Thank you.
We've got a lot of questions about the album, but Amina just wants to know if you watched anything good on the telly.
Yeah, I've actually been watching a show called The Shah recently.
I don't know it, tell me more.
It's about Chicago, some street life going on there, and I'm really into it at the minute. I just started watching the first season. I'm into the second or third season now, and it's pretty good, yeah.
Is that the kind of thing you usually watch? Crime, drama?
Yeah, I like that kind of vibe, yeah, when it's real life feeling. It feels a little bit like Top Boy, but it's set in Chicago. Yeah, it's a cool show.
That's sick. If you could put one of your songs into a TV show, what song would you choose?
I don't know. I try to make music, that could fit into like a score type, vibe where it's got, different layers to it. It's got emotion to it. You can put it in the background of something else. So yeah, I guess that's really up to the people that, pick them songs and put them in the shows. Yeah.
But then, would you be low-key fuming if you wrote like a song and it was like someone crying in the rain, and you're like, oh, that's not a crying in the rain song, that's a like exercise montage song?
Yeah, but again, these people are experts, you know what I mean? They know what's going to work, so in my opinion, it's not really valid at that point.
The music has stopped kind of being yours and became everyone's.
Give it to the world, yeah, that's how music works. Yeah.
When you do that and you make an album and it's gone from being something so personal to something that becomes personal to other people, how do you process that in yourself? It like stopping being your thing and becoming, I suppose, everybody's?
Yeah, for me, it's really interesting because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'll go back to a song, let's say if I've got it and I haven't released it, I'll go back to it in 4 or 5 years and then I'm like, I could change this, I could do this, I could do that. The great thing about releasing the music is you get to properly say goodbye to it, and it's the world's then you can't go back, and like rethink it. And I feel like it's a good timestamp of where you're at that time, and you can go back and feel them emotions,
It's almost like getting a tattoo, I think, where like sometimes some of the tattoos I've got, I think I would not get that now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I know I really loved it, so it's kind of like a
exactly
stamp.
like that, yeah.
Let's go to a question. Let's go to a question from Mara, and it is kind of fit into this. It's if your life right now had a soundtrack, what song would you choose?
I don't know, it's an interesting question. I've never thought about a soundtrack to my life. I like a lot of different types of music. It really depends on the mood, what's happening. If I'm out partying, it might be a different kind of song to when I'm sitting at home reminiscing. Excuse me, I was about to burp then. So yeah, it just depends on the mood.
What about your current playlist now? Who are you listening to?
At the minute, what have I been listening to quite heavy? I listen to a lot of rap music. So yeah, I've been listening to a bit of J. Cole. I haven't heard the new Drake record yet. I heard that's meant to be pretty sick. Well, I haven't heard it yet. Yeah.
Are there any rappers who you think deserve flowers? People who...
Yeah, J. Cole.
Yeah, let's go to Lucy's question next. Oh my god, it's so... Guys, I love how movie quoted this is. It is, what movie would you want the album to be?
Interesting. I don't know. Again, it's a hard question, There's so many good films out there. I don't know if this record fits with, any of my top favourite movies.
Which are?
Probably like Goodfellas, Scarface, gangster movies. I'm into that kind of vibe, yeah.
Even when you were little, were you always into gangster films?
Yeah, weirdly, yeah, I was, yeah. My dad was probably showing me shit a bit too young. But yeah, I've definitely stuck with that since I've been a kid, yeah. What'd you say? Spider-Man. What, you think Connor Cole is a good record for Spider-Man? Do you think Connor Cole fits on Spider-Man? 50 Shades of Grey?
The man's got range. Coolio would like to know, what place do you go for inspiration? If you need to kind of get out your head, is there anywhere you go to?
Honestly, it's not like a specific place, destination in my mind, but just contemplative, just thinking, reminiscing, thinking about certain things, how I felt in the moment, and then try to convey that in a lyric that doesn't directly explain every single nitty-gritty detail,
Keeps them stuff personal.
Keeps them guessing, yeah.
But I also think that makes better music, right? Because it's then more people can relate to it.
Exactly, yeah.
Because if you were writing specific details, people go, that didn't happen
I don't know
today.
about that, yeah, exactly.
I get that. Sabrita would like to know, back to movies, what's your favourite Bollywood movie?
Favourite Bollywood movie of all time probably has to be Sholay. I don't know if people know what that is. There's an older film, then there's Ugly Butt. It's a great movie, and then one that people might be more familiar with this generation is probably Kabhi Khushi Kabhie Gham.
And what is it about Bollywood movies movies and stuff that you enjoy?
I was raised on it. I was watching the films, you know, since I was a young kid. So it just reminds me of being a kid, you know, it's quite nostalgic. And a lot of the feelings I used to get, you know, listening to them, the songs from their movies too. They were played at every wedding, every party, so I've got a memory attached to all of the songs, yeah.
I suppose in the same way, like, comic books or like superhero movies, if you have a nostalgia attached to them, then they just instantly comforting, right?
Exactly, yeah. For me, like, I don't know if people are aware, but I didn't have a lot of money as a kid, so I couldn't really...
So. Look at us now.
I couldn't really afford comic books and stuff, they were quite expensive, so yeah, it like gives me that feeling of like, oh, look, I've got this now, you know, it makes me feel good, yeah.
It's almost like a nod to Little Zayn, right? Like,
exactly, yeah.
Get whatever comic book you like from the shop.
Healing the inner child.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
Let's go to Mia's question, which is, if you weren't a singer, what do you think you'd be doing?
My plan was I wanted to be a teacher.
Is it?
Yeah. So maybe
primary, secondary.
Yeah, you what?
Do you want to do uni? What
I think it was like a secondary kind of school thing. Yeah, I wanted to teach people like, you know, about English, as I said, ting. But yeah, I always liked English as a subject in school. I love poetry. So yeah, I wanted to teach the next gen, yeah.
I know you said you read a lot of books now, but even younger, were you constantly reading?
Yeah, reading was always my thing, yeah. I had quite a high reading age when I was a kid, yeah.
You like did the little stickers, like the blue sticker, the red sticker?
Yeah, I was on the high books, yeah, when I was young. Yeah.
That's possibly a best achievement today.
That's it,
impressive. Were there any books that you read when you were little that you've kind of gone back to in the same way of like Hollywood movies?
Anything that what, sorry?
Just like a book that you used to love when you were little that you still enjoy now?
Books. No, I haven't gone back to any of the kiddie books I was reading as a kid. No, I've leveled up a little bit.
No Captain Underpants?
No, Thomas the Tank Engine. Noddy. Anyone know Noddy?
Not like Noddy. Nicoletta would like to know, if you had to choose just one song to listen to forever, Desert Island style, what would that song be?
It's interesting because that would like ruin the song, you know, if you have to just listen to it forever. But I guess it'd probably be a Sean Paul song. Give Me the Light, maybe? Yeah, I like that song, yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's one of them songs that also won't get old, like, it's quite joyous.
Exactly, yeah, it's upbeat.
Yeah.
You listen to it a few times, for sure.
And it might be like, you get a bit annoyed, and then you're like, oh.
You don't want anything too depressing either, you know what I mean? You don't want a depressing song on loop.
No.
Like, you need something uplifting, a party vibe. So yeah, Sean Paul.
Keep you dancing.
That's it.
Lucy would like to know more about the writing process. Has your writing process evolved over time?
Yeah, the writing process, yeah, that's my intent always, to, you know, progress and get better. I think it's easier for me to write now than it was, you know, 10 years ago. I didn't have as much experience, you know, drawing from my own personal experiences. A lot of the songs that we did were kind of like given to us. So yeah, it took a bit of time, you know, to build that muscle, and I feel like it's getting better, yeah.
Do you feel like you are at like a consistent point now, or do you feel like you're still learning?
There's always room for improvement in my book, yeah, you can always get better.
How do you know then when a record is done? Like, how does it feel done for you?
Yeah, at this point, right? Like, you can't take it any further right now, but life experience, you know, as you get older, you mature more, hopefully there's more levels to the game, yeah.
What about, so when you were making the record, are there any just like nice memories you had that were nothing to do with the music?
During the record?
Yeah, just nice little moments.
Yeah, it was really nice just to record at the house. Like, I've got a cabin studio there, and I got back in the studio with Malay. If people that are not familiar with him, like I've worked with him on a few other things before. So it was just nice to reconnect with him. It's been about 7, 8 years since I really got in the studio with him, so that was nice, yeah.
Does it feel like with you being in this cabin and it being your space, it's like, I don't know how, like recording on your terms, like it's like you are recording where you want to be, how you want to be?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It helps the whole process, yeah, for sure.
Let's go into the album artwork. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so it's snow leopard, and the snow leopard is indigenous to South Asia. So I felt like it was a cool thing to represent me. It's quite an ambiguous animal too. You don't see it very often. but then when it comes out, it's there, you know, it's present. So yeah, I used it for. There you go. Is that for me? Thank you. That's what I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, so for that reason, I wanted to use that, yeah, for the album cover.
I feel like I'm now like interviewing two different people. I like it.
My friends.
I'm going to go to Olivia's question. I know we talked about the UK in general, but like for obvious reasons. What is the thing you miss most about the north?
What, sorry?
The north of England.
The north of England. I miss the accent.
Yeah?
It's nice to hear a northern accent. No matter where you're in the world, it just takes me straight back home.
Do you get the same thing where people like aren't bothered about talking about you, they're just bothered about telling you about Leeds and Bradford and going like...
Kind of.
Yeah.
People don't really know what Bradford is. Where
Oh,
I'm living
really?
now.
How do you
I'm
describe
from there, but they've got
Bradford?
no experience with it. Sorry,
How
what?
do you describe Bradford?
Entertaining. Yeah. Full of nice, exciting things.
Does it still feel like home, like when you go back?
For sure, yeah. I don't think that'll ever change. A lot of people always say to me, like, you've kept the accent, you've not become an American. I can confirm this is probably one of the hardest accents to ever get rid of, so I don't think it's going anywhere. Yeah.
And for the best as well. I think it's nice. It's nice
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's go to Ashley. Ashley is asking for some advice. What would you give as advice to someone who's teenage wanting to be a singer?
Think about it a lot. You know, think about every facet that comes with it. When I was 17, I just liked the idea of, you know, singing. I didn't think about all the other things that come with it, you know, the fame, the removal of, you know, and being anonymous, and being able to just move around freely and do them sort of things. So yeah, maybe just think about it properly, and if it's still something you want to do, you've got a lot of passion and love for it, then go for it. Like, there's nothing holding you back if you're a good singer.
I suppose thinking about it like you being the celebrity rather than just a celebrity that you like and what that means. In terms of like when you were a teenage wanting to be a singer yourself, was there any like little gigs and stuff that you played at the time that you look back on now and you're like, mad?
Yeah, so I didn't have much experience before I went on the show, to be honest with you. My first audition was like the biggest audience, you know, I'd ever performed in front of. I had a little bit of experience, like I was a theatre kid, so I think one of the first songs I ever sung on stage was Last Christmas by George Michael.
I mean, a good one to choose, George Michael.
Decent, yeah, it's for a Christmas concert, and people were like, yeah, this is, you know, you're pretty good at this. So after that, yeah, I kind of got the confirmation to go on X Factor. But yeah, I didn't have much experience beforehand, to be
As
honest.
if you were a theatre kid as well, that's mad. I wouldn't expect, you don't give theatre kid energy.
Yeah, I was, yeah, I loved my school performances. I was Bugsy Malone one year.
Oh, you were Bugsy Malone in Bugsy
I was
Malone.
Bugsy, yeah.
I take it back. That's a very main character. I like it. Someone would like to know, maybe this is good advice off the back of the other one actually. So, what helps you feel grounded?
Life, family, now my child, my daughter. Yeah, I just get to be a dad when I'm around her. She tells me to shut up when I'm singing. So that's always very grounding, yeah.
But it was even like, even in the taxi here, the taxi driver was telling me a story about one of his friends who'd got really rich, and he was like, and he likes me because I can still tell him to fuck off. Yeah. And it's like, that's the kind of people.
It's needed, yeah. My sisters tell me to fuck off regularly, yeah.
And you're like, thank you. Yeah. Danielle would like to know, if the album was a superhero, what would it be?
I don't know, you know, maybe Beast Boy, just because of the snow leopard, you know? I don't know, that's an interesting question.
Indigo would like to know, what artists do you listen to when you just need to switch off from the world? Are there songs you go back to?
I like reggae music in general, so that's always my go-to, like when I just want to switch off and chill, yeah.
Do you listen to like an album in full, or are you more of a playlist man?
Yeah, it's sporadic, it's not just one artist, yeah, it's like I like to go on, you know, Apple and get, you know, a playlist off there.
Do you make your own playlist?
Sometimes I don't have the time for it, so I'll just go on there and nick one of theirs, you know what I mean?
Isn't it weird, you like just listening to other people's playlists and they've got no idea?
Yeah, there's some crazy playlists out there, but Apple seem to do a pretty good job. They've got some solid ones, yeah.
Good little shout out.
Yeah, good luck shout out to Apple there. Hey.
Out to the BBC. Betrayal.
Sorry.
Let's go to Anjali and Tanisha, who put in a question together, and it's about the album, so it's about Chronicle. Like, how do you decide which song goes in what order?
I usually listen to, you know, the final, like, however many songs there is, listen to them, you know, back to back, then try and think about the journey of, like, does this song fit into this one and flow, you know, like, the whole way through. That takes a bit of time to, like, get used to, so it takes usually about 2-3 weeks of listening.
Oh, really?
And then putting the order together, yeah.
How much does it change?
Changed quite a bit, yeah. You might have a song at the top and you're like, I think it actually fits better after this song. So switching it up constantly, just listening through and just feeling it out.
Is it almost like a story, even if it's not a story?
You want it to be. That's always the intention. It doesn't always work like that, but yeah, if you get it right, it should feel like that, like it flows, you know, seamlessly. Yeah, then it feels good.
And you just kind of know when you know.
Yeah, it sounds kind of a dick thing to say, but yeah.
I said it, not you, to be fair. How many songs did you write in the process of making this album?
This one, probably about 20. Yeah, 20, 21, 22.
So not many didn't make it on?
No, yeah, a lot of the songs made it on for this one. But I always like to vote a few, like just for myself. And then if they need extra songs, then we can put them out, you know? I need it, yeah.
If anybody could listen to this album in any way, so you could have them be anywhere, doing anything, what would be your dream way for somebody else to listen to the album?
Really? You need me to say it? I'll be polite. Let's say baby making. Yeah?
Having a nice time. Enjoying it.
Having a nice time, enjoying your life, of course. If you're not making babies, you can still listen to it.
Living life.
Yeah.
And you are about to go on tour.
I am, yeah.
Out of interest, who's gone to the tour? Are there any tour essentials that you bring along with you?
For me, I always have like a toothbrush and
It's an essential, to be fair.
in my dressing room, and that's the essential I have. I like to always have a nail clipper with me too. Nothing exciting. But yeah, I don't know what tour essentials are for other people. Maybe, you know, bring some water, make sure you're hydrated so you're not passing out and shit. Yeah.
It's all the little things that you don't think about that suddenly become the necessary things
The
to
big things,
keep
yeah,
afloat.
exactly.
Let's do 2 more questions. Let's do you have any... Do you have any pre-show rituals? So before you're about to go on stage at the O2, say, do you have anything?
Yeah, I brush my teeth. Yeah, before I go out on stage. It's a weird thing I've done since I was in the band. But yeah, I always brush my teeth.
Is it like the minty feeling?
I don't know what it is. I think it's just like a self-conscious thing. Like, make sure there's nothing in my teeth. You know what I mean? Before you go out to thousands of people.
Make sure you don't smile all of a sudden green.
Got a bit of broccoli in the tooth or some shit. Yeah.
And the last question I'd like to ask you today is, how do you celebrate once an album's out in the world?
I usually hang out with like friends and family. We listen to the song, you know, have a few beers, chill out. And that's usually it, yeah.
Do you feel like relieved? Actually, let me not put words in your mouth. What is the emotion you feel once an album's out?
It is a bit of that, because, you know, you've got to the end of something, so there's a bit of relief there, like, you know, I can let this out into the world now and kind of let go of it. But also just, you know, for me, especially on this record, there was feelings of, you know, just being really proud of being able to, yeah, like, embody my culture and, you know, inject that into the music. Yeah.
Do you feel like more and more you're making work that you're proud of?
I think so, yeah, for sure. As I'm getting older, yeah, there's a bit more, you know, thought into, you know, the process of things and why I'm doing things, a bit more intention, yeah.
Like depth?
Yeah, depth too, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Fabulous. And guys, let's give it up for Zayn! How do you think you're done? Yeah.
Alright. Big love. Thank you for coming. Love you all. Get on safe. Bye. Make sure you don't push. Oh, nice. Alright, see you later. Yeah, good luck.